I am going to start today topic. Today topic is the force between two parallel current carrying conductors. What is the formula for the force between two parallel current carrying conductors? Very important topic. Previously, one time it came for the 5 marks also. Okay, either 5 or 3. Very important topic. Right, the topic is force between two parallel current carrying conductors. Force between two parallel current carrying conductors. This is my topic. Let us start now. For example, we will take the two parallel current carrying conductors. This is the first one. First conductor, it carries I1 current. We can take another current carrying conductor, that is I2, and these two conductors are separated by certain distance. We can take as R. These two are the parallel current carrying conductors. The separation between them is R. Okay, now is there any force acts on this conductor? That between these two conductors there is some force. That force formula we are going to derive. And for that, what we have to do it here, let us see here. For example, this is a current carrying wire. If it is kept in the magnetic field of induction B at an angle theta, on this current wire force will act. What is the formula for the force? That is ILB sin theta. That means if any current carrying wire, if it is kept in the magnetic field, how you keep the current wire in the magnetic field? Just you keep the wire in between north and south poles of the magnet, then automatically the wire is in the magnetic field, right? When the current wire is kept in the magnetic field, it experiences the force. The force formula is ILB sin theta. You know very well na students? Yesterday we discussed this one. Yes or no? Right. Now, here the case is that we are not placing the these two current carrying wires in the magnetic field directly, but even though there is a force between two parallel conductors, then how the magnetic field generated it here? First current wire generate the magnetic field, is it correct? Around the first current carrying wire, the magnetic field will generate. If this is a current carrying wire, if it is a current carrying wire, right, it carries the current I, then at that moment on that, around that wire force will magnetic field will generate. Will you give the direction of the magnetic field on the right side, on the left side? What is the direction of the magnetic field, whether inward or outward? You say current is moving upward, then around the current carrying wire magnetic field will be generate. Magnetic field will generate. What is the direction of the magnetic field on the right side of the conductor? Okay, this is at point A and this is at point B. Can anyone tell you how to use the right hand thumb rule in such a way that right, you see your this is a current carrying wire, right, and the current is flowing upward. You have to hold the current carrying wire in such a way that the thumb shows the direction of the current, curled fingers indicates the direction of the magnetic field. This is the thumb shows the direction of the current, right? And the curled fingers means here what? These are the curled fingers, right? You know very well. Once you can draw on your paper and right, you can try with your fingers. Okay, then tell me the direction of the magnetic field. This side, in right side at point A it is inward, and at point B it is outward. Is it correct or not? Have you tried? No. I like this, it will be there na. Right, you see here, this side entering, this side leaving fingers. Curled fingers indicate the magnetic field. This leaving is the outward, entering is the inward, current is upward, right? That means here what is the direction of the magnetic field on the right side of the current carrying conductor according to the right hand thumb rule? Tell me fast. Inward. Is it correct? And on the left side, what is the direction? Outward. From where we know this one? The field here is inward, here it is outward. Now the current field line, if you will go, it will start from this side, okay, and it will enters like this. The field line forms circularly around the current carrying wire. You know very well this one in the beginning only we discussed. Now you tell me, this first current wire generate the magnetic field. In that magnetic field, the second wire is there. Okay, this first wire generating the magnetic field. Then that what is the that magnetic field direction on the second wire? For example, I want the magnetic field due to first wire at a distance r on the second wire. I want whether it is inward or outward for the first wire. For the first wire, this point is right side. For the first wire, this is the first wire. For the first wire, okay, first wire generate the magnetic field. At this point, I want the magnetic field. At this point, the magnetic field whether inward or outward. Students, are you there? Regularly you should read, Babu. Otherwise, you will be like this silent because you not have any knowledge, right? The wastage of teaching and wastage of energy and wastage of everything. Don't be like this. Okay, if you will not work properly, then you will also become a waste material. Don't be like this. Okay, if anything is useless, then that is the waste material. Then if you will not work properly, then you will also become useless. Don't be like this. Do something. If you are coming regularly to the class, means do something and learn something, right? Around the current carrying wire, magnetic field generates. Here, what is the direction of the magnetic field? Tell me fast. First current wire generate. Very good. Around the first current wire, magnetic field generates. Right side of the wire inward will be there generally. You know, right side inward. For this wire, left side outward. I want at right side. Then this is the magnetic field. You see, this cross is the magnetic field. Who generated this magnetic field? First wire generated, right? First wire generated. That is inward magnetic field. Okay, and second current carrying wire is in the magnetic field of the first current wire. Is it right? Second wire is in the magnetic field, but that magnetic field generated by first wire. Now force will act on the second wire. Is it correct? Because second current wire is in the magnetic field. That's why force will act on the second wire. Correct or not? Yes, that force direction I want. Then for that, what we have to do? We have to use the Fleming left hand rule, right? Fleming left hand rule. What is the Fleming left hand rule? According to the Fleming left hand rule, can you give the direction of the force on the second wire? Is it left side? Once check and draw everything in the on a paper and stretch your left hand. Left hand you have to stretch. Okay, your forefinger. You have to stretch your left hand, right? And forefinger, central finger, thumb mutually perpendicular to each other. If the central finger indicates the direction of the current, forefinger indicates the magnetic field, then thumb shows the direction of the force. Thumb shows the direction of the force. Right now, thumb shows the direction of the force. Let us see here. Can you tell what is the direction of the force? Towards first wire. Very good, excellent answer. That means what I gave the direction, it is exactly correct, right? You try to stretch on your paper, right? Draw the diagram and stretch it. Then left side will be there, right? That is the force. Now similarly, right, force on second wire will be left side. Next, similarly, I want one more point, that around the second wire also magnetic field generates. Is it correct? Around the second wire, this is the second wire. Around the second wire also magnetic field generates. Is it correct? The magnetic field, here field is inward, here field is outward. Line is coming out, that's why outward field, right? For this second wire, for the second wire, at this point I want the field. What is it? Is outward, na? Left. For the second wire, this point is left side. For the wire, left side is dot, outward. For the second wire, this point is left side. I want the magnetic field generated due to second wire, right? That is B2. B2, understood, that is outward. This B2 is the magnetic field generated by the second wire. Now the first current carrying wire, okay, that is in the magnetic field generated by the second wire. At that moment, force will act on the first wire also. Now, what is the direction of the force? Stretch it and tell me. Towards second wire. Have you stretched your fingers? Simply you are telling. Have you stretched or not? What about the other members? You are unable to stretch. Right side will be there. After completion of the class, I will open the video and I will tell you. Okay, right side it will be there, right? That means what happening? These two current carrying wires will attract with each other. Understood? First wire pulls the second wire towards the first wire. Second wire also pulls the first wire towards right side. Then both are attracted with each other. When the currents in both the wires are in same direction, then they are attract with each other, right? Then with some force, that force formula I am going to derive, right? Then for the purpose, first magnetic field, I am going to write the formula for the magnetic field. Magnetic field due to first wire. Can you tell what is the magnetic field due to first wire? That is a B1, na? Due to first current wire magnetic field. Can you tell the formula? This is a infinite state current wire. Both are infinite state current wires. Remember it. Huh? Infinite state current wires. Can you tell the, for example, you may take like this, okay? What is the formula for the magnetic field at a distance R, right? Here the B1 due to I1 wire. B1 formula, anybody? Magnetic field due to infinite state wire. Very good. But here it is I1 due to first wire I want. That's why nu naught I1. At what distance you want? At R distance I want. B1 is the field due to first wire. Nu naught I1 by 2 pi R. Very good. Right? Now, next step I want. Okay, next step I want that force on L length of second wire, which is in the magnetic field of B1. Okay, force on second wire, that is F2. Force on second wire. Okay, force formula is what? ILB sin theta. But force on second wire, right? F2. Okay, formula ILB sin theta. Second wire current I2. Second wire length L. Second wire is in the magnetic field of B1. Right? Here we should write because B1, because the second wire is in the I2 is in the magnetic field of B1, and sin theta. What is theta? Theta is angle between the L and B. Can you tell angle between the L and B how much from the figure? Huh? No one. Once check properly. L is the length, like this it will be there. Is it correct? What is the direction of the B? Inward. Inward means what? Into the paper, right? Perpendicular it will be. Huh? Into the paper, it will be like this there, like this, into the paper, right? If this is paper, then field will be like this there, into the paper, cross indicates into the paper, right, into the plane of the paper, perpendicular to plane and into the plane. Field B1 and length are perpendicular, right, because here L perpendicular to B, that's why theta is 90 degree. Got it? This we can consider as equation 1. If you have any query, you can ask me. F2 is equal to be write as I2 into L into B1 is what? Nu naught I1 by 2 pi R. Sin 90 value is what? 1. Then what you are getting the F2 formula? Nu naught I1 I2 by, tell me Babu, nu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi R into L. This is equation 2. This is the formula for the force on second wire. What is the direction of the force? Right? According to the figure, the F2 acts in left side, right? F2 is towards first wire. Is it right? Force on second wire is towards first wire. Now this is the force on second wire. Next we have to come to the same manner, right? We have to derive the formula on the force on first wire also. First we have to find out the magnetic field due to second wire. This is second wire. Due to second wire magnetic field B2 we have to write. And second wire current wire is in the magnetic field of second wire generated the magnetic field, that is B2, and first wire is in the magnetic field of second wire, that's why force will act on the first wire. That force formula we have to derive. First we have to go in reverse, just up till now. If you will get understood, then it was very easy to understood next steps, because in the next step we write magnetic field due to second wire. The second wire around also magnetic field generated, that is B2. B2 formula we should write. B2 is nu naught I2 by 2 pi R. Then this I1 wire is in the B2 field, that's why on I1 wire force will act. Force formula F1 I1, because current wire is I1, L, but the current wire I1 is in field of B2, that's why B2 I1 L B2 sin theta we write. Then again we will get the F1 formula. What is the difference in the next derivation? In place of 1 2 will comes, in place of 2 1 will comes. That's all. Students, if you have any query, you write me in, you can directly ask me. Magnetic field due to second wire I want. Yes, what is the magnetic field due to second wire at a distance R? Will you say? No.
I2.
Very good. Nu naught I2 by 2 pi R. This is equation 3. Now, first wire, current wire, is in the magnetic field of B2, right? First current wire is in the magnetic field of second wire. First current wire is in the magnetic field of second wire, right? Then force, because first current wire is in the magnetic field, that's why force act on the first wire. Now what is the force on first current carrying wire? Force on first wire I want, that is F1. Current IL beside a formula. Force on first wire I1. For length of the first wire we can consider as L. Field, but the first wire is in the field of second, right? B2 sin 90 we should write, because again L perpendicular to B2, that's why we will get theta is 90 degree. Have you understood this step? Huh? Simple it is. Force on first wire. That is the current into field into sin theta into length. ILV sin theta. I1 L B2 sin theta. Right? Now we substitute B2 formula it here. Then F1 is equal to I1 L. P2 is what? Nu naught I2 by 2 pi r into sin 90 value is 1. Then finally we are getting F1 formula as nu naught, here nu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r into L. This is equation 4. From equation 2 and equation 4, what we write? That we write as F1 is equal to F2 is equal to, we write as nu naught, both are same formulas, nu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r into L. Look at here, let us see the equation 2. Equation 2 is that F2 is nu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r into L, and equation 4 you see nu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r into L. That means the force on first wire equal to force on second wire. That formula is nu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r into L. Clear, students? If I ask to clear, at least you are not telling your doubt. Huh? Like this is condition. Huh? How a teacher will teach you? If he feels that his effort is waste, then he cannot teach properly. Remember it. This is the formula for the force. Right now? Understood or not? This is the force formula. Right? General formula force between two parallel conductors. Now, force per unit length I want. Force per unit length. Force per unit length is what? Just we have to take L to left side. Then we will get F by L is equal to nu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r into L we have to write. Sorry. Just we have to write this one. Yes, na? Next. I want the some note point, define 1 ampere. We have to define 1 ampere from above equation. How to define 1 ampere from above equation? Define 1 ampere. Right, let us start. How to define 1 ampere? Let us take the current to carrying wires. I1 is equal to I2 is equal to, I will take as 1 ampere. Okay, that 1 ampere I want to define. Then nu naught is the permeability of free space. Do you know the value? 4 pi into 10 to the power of -7 Henry per meter. And R also I will take as 1 meter. And L also, okay, no need of L. We will take like this. Then force by length, what you will get? Hmm? 4 5 into 10 to the power of -7. 1 into 1 by 2 pi r is 1. 2 ja. Finally, what you will get here? F by L is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton per meter, right? Now let us go for the definition. What is the meaning of this? If current through the two parallel wires is 1 ampere, when we say that the current through the two parallel wires is 1 ampere, if they are separated by 1 meter distance and force per unit length is 2 into the power of minus 7 meters, you see, we are taking the current 1 ampere, distance 1 meter, then force this much. If I will take force per unit length this much, 2 into the power of minus 7 Newton per meter, and distance 1 meter, then current will be 1 ampere. Then the definition we will write like this. 1 ampere is the current through the two parallel current wires separated by 1 ampere is the current through parallel wires, two parallel wires, right? Separated by 1 meter distance, and force between them is, how much force should act between them? 2 into 10 to the power of minus 7 Newton per meter, right? If like this is there, then 1 ampere is the current. Very simple. This much force per unit length hona chahiye, right? And the parallel wires are separated by 1 meter distance, then the current through them is 1 ampere. This is the definition. Next, note point. Okay, note. If the currents are in same direction, right, the wires are attracted with each other. If the currents are in the same direction, then that wires are attracted with each other. If the currents are in opposite direction, then they are repel with each other. The first point in the note is that if the currents are in same direction, if the currents are in same direction, I1 and I2, if the currents are in same direction, then they are attract with each other. They are attract with each other with the same force. Okay, if the currents are in same direction, they are attract with each other, right? They are attract with each other. If the currents are in opposite direction, yes, any problem? If the currents are in opposite direction, they repel with each other. They repel with each other. How it will be? I1 is upward, I2 is downward, then they repel with each other, right? They are pushed away from each other like this. Okay, but in both the cases, right, the formula is same. What is the force formula? Force per unit length formula, or the force formula is mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r. This is the force per unit length. Here also the force per unit length formula is mu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r. Understood, students? Clear everything? Huh? Okay. Yes. when if the magnitude of current is same, the field generated by both of them is same, force on both of them is same, force also we will get the same value, right? But they are force never becomes zero, na? Force never becomes zero. If force becomes zero, then it will come to rest. But force never be zero in any situation. In these cases, when the two parallel current wires are there, the force never becomes zero. The force will act. You see here, there are two wires. They are carrying the same current. Even though they are attracted with each other with some force, the force formula is now, what is this in this moment? I1 I2 by 2 pi RL, na? This is the formula. But here what we will write, I1 is IU, right? I2 is IU, right? But there is a force. That force is attraction force. Due to attraction force, there is a chance to move. Yes or no? If they repel, even though they will go, right? They never be rest if the currents are in same direction. When they will be rest, there is a chance like this. For example, if one wire is there, one force is acting right side, other force on the same wire acting in the left side, and these two are equal and opposite on one wire only, then they will cancel with each other. At that moment, this wire will be at rest. Is it correct? If two forces acting on the single body in opposite direction with the same magnitude, then they will cancel with each other and the net force will become zero. But in this case, the two forces acting on two different wires, that's why, right, they never cancel with each other. Clear, Babu? Let us go for the one interesting application, right, in the note point 3, right? A current wire is in equilibrium above another current wire. Then for that condition I want, look here, I will draw the diagram, you will understand at that moment. You see here, this is a current wire, it is fixed. Now the current, let us consider it is flowing right side, huh? Now above this one wire is there, right? There is some separation between them, R. Now let us consider the current on the second wire is the opposite direction, that is I2 left side. Now this AB wire is in equilibrium. For example, this is in air. This AB wire is in equilibrium in air. Equilibrium means what? Under the forces, if the object is at rest, then that is said to be in equilibrium. Okay. Now whether this wire, lower wire, repel the upper wire or not? Yes or no? Huh? Students, they are not repel with each other. Huh? This wire is support with the supported. Current is flowing right side. On this wire, current is flowing left side. The currents are in opposite direction, means they will repel with each other, na? Okay, they will repel with each other means the current force will act, upward force will act, and this pushes upward, right, na? This is the force between these two wires. Due to that, it will be there. But the weight of AB wire acts in downward direction. Is it correct? Huh? Because of gravitational force. Now this AB wire is rest in air when the gravitational force on the wire is balanced with the electric force. It is exactly at rest without supports. No support for this, right? There is no support, even though it will stay in air because of the repulsion force of the lower wire. Yes, when that repulsion force is balances with the weight, then at the moment it will be at rest. M is the mass of AB wire. Then AB wire is in equilibrium. What is the condition for that? Huh? Equilibrium condition is what? Upward force should be equal to downward force. Is it right? Huh? No. What is the upward force? F. What is the downward force? Mg. Can you write the F formula? F is the force between these two wires. Nu naught I1 I2 by 2 pi r into L is equal to be write as mg. Is it correct, students? Huh? Where L is the length of this wire. Let's go for the one more important application. They will ask in the problems now this type like this. Okay, find the force on third wire. Look here, there are three wires. First wire carrying I1 current, second wire carrying I2 current. Okay, in between these two wires there is another wire is kept. This is the first, second and third wire, and it is also carrying current in the same direction, that is I3. Now I want the force on third wire. The first and second wire is third wire is separated with x distance, and the second and third wire is separated by y distance. Will you say what is the force on the I3 wire? Find the force on third wire from the figure. How can anyone give idea? How? What is the this I1 is attract the I3 when the currents are in the same direction, they will attract with each other, na? Yes or no? I1 and I3 are attracted with each other when the currents are in the same direction. This I1 pulls the I3 left side, that is F1. Huh? Force on I3 applied by I1. Now this I2 and I3 also same direction. I2 also attracts the I3 right side. Is it correct? Attract means I3 pulls towards the I2. Is it correct? Huh? I1. Then there are two forces acting on I1 and I3 that are in opposite direction. Is it correct? I1 attracts the I3 towards it. I2 also attracts the I3 towards itself. Then at that moment what happens? There are two forces acting on I3 in opposite direction. Can you write the formula for F1? Force between these two wires. What is the formula? We derived na. Nu naught I1 I2. Nu naught I1 I2. But here it is not I2. It is I3. F1 is the force between these two wires na. Uh, you should respond fastly. What is the F2 formula? Force between these two wires na. Force between I3 and I2 na. What is the formula? No, not I1 I2, but here I3 I2 is there. By separation between them, 2 pi r. R is the separation between I3 and I2, that is y into L. Now how they are in opposite direction? How they are? They are in opposite direction. Then we have to subtract to find out the net force. If F1 is greater, then we have to subtract F1 minus F2 or F2 minus F2, whatever it may be, we have to do. No, not I1 I3. Is it correct, students? Huh? If I3 is at rest, what is the condition? If I3 is at rest means equilibrium here. Under the forces, it is at rest. Equilibrium means, right? Net force should be 0. This F1, F2 are equal. Opposite forces are equal. Then it will be at rest. Is it correct? F1, F2 should be equal. Then when they are equal, the net force becomes 0. Then what is the condition for that? This will be 0. Right? Then another moment, I1x is minus. This will also become 0. Then I1x is equal to, we will get as I2y. Is it correct? Tell me immediately. If the net force is 0, then it will be cancelled. F0 you substitute, and means this term will be 0. This one will be 0. This one also 0. Then finally we will get this formula. Okay, students? Today we will close. If anybody not give the attendance, you can give me. Okay, thank you to all. Practice properly. Welcome, welcome. Okay, number 18. Sujit Mato 40 also. Okay. नेट बचा होते तो मेरा वीडियो ऑन करके रखिए बाबू, थोड़ा वॉच टाइम चाहिए मेरे को। आप लोग नहीं देख रहे, एटलीस्ट ऑन करके रख दीजिए कभी कभी, डेली 1 आवर। वेलकम।